Hello class, how are you? I'm Mr. Ong. Hope everyone's fine. Um, Today we're going to continue with new chapter, coordinates. Okay, today I'm going to introduce to you 7.1. Okay, please take out your textbook and refer to my video and learn together. So please look at page 121. Okay, about coordinates. So maybe you will ask what is coordinates and what is coordinate used for our life. So I know everyone now know that we got GPS from one place to another place. Actually, we can use GPS to identify our locations and the locations we want to go. So how the GPS know our location? Actually, they use a coordinate system to identify where is our coordinates. Okay, and today you're going to learn is the basics coordinates. For earth coordinates, the one later you will learn in the other form after maybe form 4 so today we're going to learn the coordinate system okay, please look at page 122. So please look at this diagram and answer the activities So these questions identify the distance between 2 points on a Cartesian plane. Okay, so we got a diagram here, and this question asks you to complete the table. Okay, for questions number 1, is already given the answer, and we notice that the scale using here is 1 km each. This one very important. So this one 1 km for each scale for x and also y. So first questions, okay, from school to the house. Okay, we're going to move to the right for 4 scale, 4 boxes, and then we go up for 3 km. Maybe you can refer to your textbook, which is easier, from the house, from the school to the house. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, and go up 3. That means you remove 4 km to the right and 3 km to go up. That's why the first example is already given. 4 km for horizontal distance. Horizontal means how to say mendata means like this. Okay, it's a straight line for this part 4 km and then go up for 3 km. So in total you got 7 km. So when you sum up you got 7 km. Let's try the first questions. We try it together. From the house to the futsal field. Okay, we're going to move to the left. Okay, refer to your textbook. From the house to the futsal court. So here, okay, you count one by one. Okay, you move the triangle should be from here and then go up. Okay, like this. Okay, so how many scale you move to the left? Okay, will be 4. That means 4 km, and then going up also 4. Also 4 km. So in total you got 8 km. Okay, so to answer the questions here, so first of all you have to draw the triangle, draw angle triangle. Okay, so you have 4 km. Okay, you please write here. I'm sorry because the writing here it's a bit massive because too big. So here is horizontal distance, refer to this one. It's 4 km. Going up means vertical distance is also 4 km. So in total you got 4 plus 4, 4 km plus another 4 km. Okay, so total up you got 8 km. Okay, so next For the following question, you please try. I'm going to give the final answer lah. After you try it, uh, here from the mosque to the school, in total you're going to move in total 8 km. And then from the school to the mosque, in total, you try first, then you check if the final answer 16 km, and then from the school to the shop is 12 km. So here I leave it to you to fill in. Okay, so next, now you know what is horizontal and vertical distance. Okay, how about if the questions given? Okay, if the questions ask you shortest distance, question asks you from A to B. If you want to find the shorter distance, what is the way for you to find the shorter distance? Okay, of course, if you move from A to C and then from C to B, if you sum out the total distance, of course, is more than straight from A to B. Okay, and we notice that this one is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So if right angle triangle in last year you already learned one Pythagoras theorem, right? One theorem is called name Pythagoras theorem. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. So the Pythagoras theorem is to calculate the shorter distance between 2 points. Okay, for sure the hypotenuse is the shortest distance. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. So how you calculate this? You have to use the formula of Pythagoras theorem. So I hope you still remember this, where the distance of AB is square root of AC, means a horizontal distance. Here AC square plus CB, where the vertical distance square. Okay, later on we're going to try and apply this formula, but later in the next section. So I hope you understand about horizontal and vertical distance. So here are some examples. And first of all, what is the difference between A and B? Okay, what is the difference between A and B? Okay, of course, I think everyone can see that for A, the scale for each box or each scale here is 1. Between one box and 0 to 1 is one box. For B, you can see the scale using on y-axis is different, where 0 to 2, they use one box to represent 2. Okay, there's the difference. So different Cartesian plane has different scale we use on x and y. So to calculate this distance, we must depends on the scale using. For example, for A, okay, you can see the coordinate of A is negative 1, 4. I hope you know how to name the coordinates. This one, for A, the coordinate is negative 1, 4. Okay, for B, the coordinate is negative 1, negative 2. Okay, and we notice that these two we got the same x value. So don't bother it. If you want to know what is the distance between A and B, means from here, how many distance you're going to move to reach between A and B. So what you're going to do is, if you want to calculate, we're going to compare about the value of y, because this one they move vertically. So to calculate the distance, we use the, always remember, big value minus small value. In this case, 4 is larger than the negative 2, so large value minus the smaller value. Okay, remember, negative minus negative will become plus, so it's 4 plus 2. Okay, so you got 6 here. Okay, to answer question B, okay, you can see that here is a horizontal line. So the coordinate of P, can you name the coordinate of P? Name this. Of course, we start with x first, negative 15, 4. Okay, for this one is 15, 4. Okay, and we notice that the 4 is the same. You can see this one is moved horizontally. So the horizontal means we compare about the x, the value of x. So to calculate the distance for these questions, even though it looks very small, but the distance very big. You see one box represent 5. So use this value, big value or large value, to minus a small value. 15 minus negative 15. Okay, so you got 15 plus 15, so the distance is 30. Okay, for B. Okay, answer is given, but I hope you can understand how they get the answer. Okay, for me, straight away use train yourself to use coordinate to calculate. Here they use scale. They multiply with the scale actually. Um, not that good, because next time you're going to use coordinate, not depends on graph. So doesn't matter. So we continue with the second part, where we're going to learn about comparing. Okay, the next one, the formula is the distance between 2 points on the plane. Okay, what is mean by on the plane means on the same x coordinate or on the same y coordinate. Okay, so question actually asks you with a friends identify the coordinates, but during MCO you have to do it by yourself. So you got 4 questions here. Okay, let us discuss 1 and 2. So for questions number 1, we can compare the coordinate 2 1 and 2 4. Okay, so I'm going to ask you which coordinate have the same value. Of course you can, you're going to answer is 2, right? Okay, so this is the same. That means the object from A to B actually is moving vertically, right? Vertical, straight, yeah, because x is the same, similar to the example A I showed you before. Okay, so if x is the same, then we compare about y. About y means we compare about 4 and also 1. Okay, so the distance between 4 and 1, so use large value minus a small value. So 4 minus 1, you got 3 units. Okay, 3 units. So next, okay, we're going to answer these questions. Okay, please compare which number is the same, x or y. So very obvious, you can see this number is the same, right? Okay, so question asked, can you state same coordinate? Okay, in this case is y. Y coordinate is the same. Okay, coordinate is the same. Okay, so if the y coordinate is the same, then we compare about x. So negative 1 and 7. Between negative 1 and 7, which number is larger? Of course, 7 is larger than negative 1, right? So we use 7 minus negative 1. Okay, so 7 minus negative 1, negative, here it become plus. So in the end, you have 7 plus 1. So total, you have 8 units. Okay, so for questions, the next 2 questions, I hope you can try by yourself. Okay, and here, I just give the final answer, so I hope you can get it by yourself. So the final answer for questions, the distance between E and F is 10 units, and for G is 8 units. Okay, the distance always in positive value. Okay, remember, use a large value minus the small value. Okay, when you have negative value, then you have to change to plus. Okay, so here is the formula. Actually, you already learned. Okay, if you have a same y coordinate, if the y is the same, that means we compare about x. That means the line is moving in horizontal. So we compare about x. So for sure, you're going to use larger value, which is x2 minus x1. Remember, large value is always on the right hand side. Large minus small. Okay. And next example, when the y value is the same, sorry, when the x value is the same, so we compare about y here. So of course, for vertical, the above the point, means the higher the point, the higher the value. So we're going to use larger value minus a smaller value, which is y2 minus y1. Okay, thank you. This is the first video. So next video I'm going to continue to teach you how to use Pythagoras theorem and to solve the questions. Okay, so the rest of the example you please have a look. Hope this is similar to the one we discussed before. Okay, see you on next video.